since you're Scottish, Ian, mandatory question about Drew.
It was incredible. Again, so my first show that I went to in Scottish wrestling was because a friend of mine had a spare ticket it was ICW Shug's house party in 2014. Now, it's incredible because I'm able to look through that card and see like people that I've shared locker rooms with, people that I've shared matches with, Kid Fight being one of them, Robbie Solar being another, and there was I'd say three defining moments for the state of the story here. The first being Kaylee Ray being able to. There's a point where she jumped on a barrier and she did like a moonsault or a flip onto a bunch of people, and I was there holding the barrier while she did it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. There's a point later in the show where Kid Fight jumped off of like kind of like the upper tier of the O2 Academy into a group of people, and I got kicked in the head because I was just very close to what was going on. And again, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. At the end of that show, it was Danny Burch, it was Martin Stone, but of Danny Burch fame in NXT UK versus Jack Jester for the ICW Championship. Danny Burch, losing effort for him. Jack Jester's there. It looks like there's going to be doing a cash-in from the bad guys, the NAK, the cool bad guys coming. And then all of a sudden, lights go out, lights come on, Drew Galloway's there. So my first Scottish wrestling show, Drew McIntyre made his debut. So it felt like obviously there's a lot of people who have known him a lot longer than I, and there's a lot of people who like maybe have like more close relationships, but it feels like kind of like the climax, or at least the halfway point in a movie, because he was there at that first show, and now he's on the biggest show, the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, in the main event, winning the WWE, and now he's the WWE champion. So,
first ever British WWE champion.
People will say that I'm not Scottish. I'm English. I was born in England, but I moved up to Scotland when I was 7.
So you're pretty much Scottish.
Yeah, I'm pretty much Scottish. I'd say if anyone were to ask me, I'd say I'm Scottish. But he's not a British champion. He's a Scottish champion. I've just got to say.
It's nice to hear somebody to hear that, because you know like the poor old Andy Barney, that when he was winning he was British, and when he was losing he was just Scottish.
Exactly.
Thank you for listening. Remember to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and spread the word. To make sure we keep our high standard content going, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/LMWpodcast by becoming a €5 backer or above. You can find the Last Minute Wrestling Podcast all over the platforms like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and more. We're also very social, so drop us a line to say hello on Twitter at LMW Podcast and on Facebook at facebook.com/LMW Podcast. I have been Frank Mandolini. Stay safe.